Shout out to Xavier Worthy. It was a big day for the Chiefs, and it was a big day to have Taylor's second favorite player back, Xavier Worthy.
If there's one thing football fans love, it's the game itself with a little dose of chaos mixed in. And lately, the Kansas City Chiefs have been delivering both on and off the field. From sibling banter on podcasts to Taylor Swift fan theories, the storylines around Travis Kelce and his circle have turned into a full-blown cultural mashup where football collides with pop stardom. Let's start with Jason Kelce, who has never missed a chance to troll his younger brother. On the Family Podcast, he recently stirred the pot by joking that Taylor Swift's second favorite player might not be Travis at all, but rookie wide receiver Xavier Worthy. The playful jab left Travis caught somewhere between laughing it off and looking just a little bit jealous. Of course, the internet pounced on it immediately. Swifties, NFL Twitter, and meme accounts had a field day, teasing Travis about how quickly his rookie teammate might be climbing the Taylor rankings. And honestly, Xavier Worthy gave fans plenty to talk about. The poor guy had one of the roughest starts imaginable this season. On just his third snap, he collided with Travis Kelce and ended up with a dislocated shoulder. Not exactly the debut moment any player dreams of. After sitting out a couple of games, whispers started that maybe Kansas City's shiny new weapon was already falling apart. But when Worthy returned, he silenced all doubt. He snagged 5 catches for 83 yards and even broke loose on a 35-yard run that sent Arrowhead Stadium into a frenzy. It was his way of saying, "Remember why they drafted me." Suddenly, the Chiefs' offense looked dangerous again. With Worthy stretching defenses, Patrick Mahomes found more space to work, Travis Kelce got breathing room, and the entire team felt like its old, explosive self. For Chiefs fans, it was a reminder of why their squad is always a contender. And for Taylor's fans, well, it was just more fuel for the running joke that Worthy had stolen.
I think the NFL might have made a mistake making Bad Bunny the halftime Super Bowl show. I
A little piece of the spotlight. But Swifties weren't stopping at football chatter. They had already moved on to dissecting Taylor's new album, The Life of a Showgirl. The first single, The Fate of Oelia, barely dropped before fans began theorizing about track 11, a song titled Honey, and the evidence they've gathered would make detectives proud. It started when Travis Kelce promoted his cameo in Happy Gilmore 2 and Taylor shared the post with a honey pot emoji. To most people, it was a cute, random touch. To Swifties, it was a coded clue. In their world, no emoji is accidental. Then came a teaser from Jimmy Fallon, where a showgirl casually said, "Excuse us, honey." Fans locked onto that single word like it was Exhibit B in a trial. Finally, in Taylor's own behind-the-scenes teaser, she looked straight into the camera and said, "Come on, honey, this is show business." At that point, fans were convinced. For them, the case was closed. Honey wasn't just another track. It was a hidden masterpiece waiting to drop. This kind of fan sleuthing might sound over the top, but it's what makes Swift's world so unique. Every emoji, every background word, every accessory in a photo, her fans turn it into a treasure map. And somehow, they usually end up being right. Of course, all of this eventually circled back to football again. After all, when you have Taylor Swift in the mix, even the NFL isn't safe from her gravitational pull. The league recently announced that Bad Bunny will headline the upcoming Super Bowl halftime show at Levi.
It was all about Taylor Swift because Taylor was coming to town, so they went all out with the Taylor Swift thing. This year, it's the proposed
Stadium. While many applauded the choice, others, especially Swift's fan base, couldn't help but feel like it was a missed opportunity. The crew from Bussin' with the Boys didn't hold back. They admitted Bad Bunny is talented, but argued that this was the perfect year to hand the halftime stage to Taylor. She's been bridging the worlds of pop music and football ever since her relationship with Travis went public, creating a cultural crossover unlike anything the sport has seen before. One of the hosts even said flat out that the NFL might have miscalculated because a Swift halftime show could have been historic. Industry insiders claim Taylor was in talks for the slot, but the timing didn't work out, especially with Travis still actively playing. The last thing anyone wanted was her performance overshadowing his season. Still, fans couldn't shake the feeling that they'd been robbed of what could have been one of the greatest halftime spectacles ever. Meanwhile, Travis himself was dealing.
Shout out to Xavier Worthy. It was a big day for the Chiefs, and it was a big day to have Taylor's second favorite player back, Xavier Worthy.
Was something entirely different his birthday. Unlike most celebrities who throw lavish celebrations, Travis treats his birthday like it's just another day he'd rather skip. Turning 36 on October 5th, he brushed off any talk of parties, calling the whole birthday tradition annoying. On the podcast, Jason tried to weave in some lighthearted stats about Travis's career as a birthday tribute, but Travis shut it down quickly. No cake, no balloons, no fuss, just pure Grinch energy. Still, if Travis was grumpy about birthdays, fans made sure to make up for it. Some even dressed skeletons in wedding attire, recreating a spooky version of his now famous proposal to Taylor. The message was clear. Even in death, this love story isn't going anywhere. On the football side, the Chiefs' season has been its own roller coaster. They opened with back-to-back losses that had critics ready with the memes and hot takes. But then, almost overnight, they flipped the script with 2 big wins, including a huge victory over the Baltimore Ravens. The shift from "here we go again" to "now we're cooking" happened in just 2 weeks, and suddenly, Kansas City looked alive again. A lot of that momentum can be traced back to Worthy's comeback. His speed and energy stretched defenses, giving Mahomes his groove back and letting Travis do what he does best. It's the kind of
I think the NFL might have made a mistake making Bad Bunny the halftime Super Bowl show. I think they might. Should it have been the Swifties? I think it should have been. She's been integrating in this world of football. She's been meshing 2 completely different cultures into one another. Let's make Taylor Swift the halftime
offensive spark the Chiefs had been missing, and with it, their identity snapped back into place. Put it all together, and the Chiefs right now are a blend of football grit and pop culture chaos. On one hand, you have rookies proving themselves, veterans like Travis showing resilience, and Mahomes doing Mahomes things. On the other, you have Swifties dissecting emojis, Jason Kelce cracking jokes, and the NFL trying to figure out how to handle the tidal wave of Taylor-inspired hype. It's messy, it's hilarious, and it's wildly entertaining. And maybe that's the best part, because whether you're a die-hard football fan, a Swiftie, or just someone who loves a little drama, there's something in this story for you. In the end, the Chiefs aren't just chasing another Super Bowl, they're at the center of one of the most unexpected cultural collisions of our time. And with Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, and an entire fan base ready to turn every detail into a headline, you can bet the chaos is only just getting started. Some days just feel off. Not terrible, not tragic, just annoying. That's exactly how Travis Kelce described his birthday this year. While most people throw a big party or at least blow out some candles, Travis isn't into it. In fact, he called birthdays more of a headache than a celebration. On the Kelce Brothers podcast, Jason tried to lighten things up by asking if Travis had a strong track record in games that happened to fall on his birthday. Travis cut him off before he could even finish, insisting they shouldn't look up those numbers.
It's not a good day. It's just an annoying day for me. I don't want to get into the Grinch of birthdays, but I'm just not in on birthdays.
What is Travis's stats on birthday games?
I don't think we should look that up.
Why not?
Because I don't think they're very good.
His reason? They weren't good. That's Travis in a nutshell, straightforward, a little blunt, and not one to fake excitement about something that doesn't matter to him. But the guy who doesn't care about birthdays is the same man who recently pulled off one of the biggest romantic gestures of his life. A few weeks ago, Travis got down on one knee and proposed to Taylor Swift. And if you think he did it cool and calm, insiders say it was the opposite. He was emotional from start to finish. Sweaty palms, shaky hands, racing heart, the whole rom-com moment. Sources close to the couple even said Travis was tearing up during the proposal. It's not hard to understand why. Having Taylor in his life for the past couple of years has changed him in ways that even his closest friends have noticed. He's more open, more thoughtful, and surprisingly good at handling the kind of...
It was all about Taylor Swift because Taylor was coming to town, so they went all out with the Taylor Swift thing. This year, it's the
non-stop attention that comes with dating one of the world's biggest pop stars. Somehow, he's managed to enjoy the spotlight without letting it overwhelm him. Travis himself has admitted that life has been a lot more fun since being with Taylor, even though it means millions of extra eyes are on him at all times. And because he's Travis, he couldn't resist making a joke about the engagement. After slipping the ring on Taylor's finger, he joked that it gave him one more ring too if you count his Super Bowl championship. That's classic Kelce finding. A way to make people laugh even in the most serious moments. Now, when it comes to balancing love, fame, and football, there's probably no better person to weigh in than Tom Brady. The man played 23 seasons, collected Super Bowl rings like trading cards, dealt with family drama in the public eye, and somehow remained the face of the NFL for 2 decades. So, when Brady commented on Travis's engagement, it wasn't just empty advice, it came
Excuse us, honey.
from experience. Brady compared the whole thing to growing up in the fast lane. He basically said that managing fame, relationships, and football is part of the job. In other words, if you're going to be one of the most recognizable players in the league, you can't melt down every time your personal life goes viral. Brady knows that better than anyone. From juggling kids to high-profile relationships, to one of the most public divorces in recent memory, he's lived it all under the brightest spotlight imaginable. That's why Brady has nothing but respect for Travis.